What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Quick Response Fishing. I'm Patrick Quick, and today I'm going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart that I'm grateful and honored to be a part of. I'm also going to be showing off some lures that I had won in an auction that was to help one of my friends with some money that they needed for their medicine, because without insurance it's very expensive. I'm also going to show off a couple lures that I painted. So let's go ahead and get started. First one I'm going to show off is my butterfly peacock bass. This is the first ever big bait that I've done, and this is my first ever peacock bass pattern that I've done. As Ron at New Hope Fishing Lures would say, this is like the new fire tiger for us northern guys, because we don't have peacock bass up here. You know, they're found in Florida and some southern states. But I had a very fun time painting this, and I cannot wait to paint another one. I can't wait to get that one epoxied. I have to do my brushing on there. Make sure I don't gunk up any of those joints. I'm going to be very delicate in the procedure, because I don't want to jack it up, because I do want to either sell it or fish it. I also have another blank here from Barlow's. They had a 6-inch bass blank, and this is going to be my next peacock bass. And Extreme Philly Fishing, on his channel, I saw him catch a few peacock bass here recently, and one of them has a really cool, unique pattern, and I'm going to try to put that on this lure. So, as I had mentioned, Ron from New Hope Fishing Lures, that's where I got the baits from for the auction, and these are the ones that I ended up winning in the auction. These are what I bid on. This is a 1-knock that he did, and this thing is absolutely awesome. Nice kind of gill kind of pattern to it, with those vibrant colors, that crackling of that magenta or raspberry. That is awesome. It's going to work well in clear water, because it looks like a natural baitfish bluegill type of deal, or red-breasted sunfish, and it's also going to be good in the murky water because of those fluorescent colors. And then there's this one with that fluorescent kind of orange on the top, into that pearlized white crackling, into that subtle pink here on the belly. It's got some glass eyes on there that kind of bubble out, give it a little bit more unique character. This one ended up going to my wife. And then he threw in a freebie. Also has those glass eyes for a nice little added depth to it. And this here is done with the Vallejo color shifts. I mean, this thing is just awesome. He signed the bottom of it for me. And this thing will get walleye, muskie, bass. I'm excited to throw it. It's an awesome looking lure. Vallejo color shifts, it's the space dust. I seen it at my local hobby store. I showed him it. He ended up picking it up before I was able to get a chance to, and now it is just like a staple in what we use when we paint. Very good quality paints. A few drops go a long way. It's already airbrush ready. There's really no need to thin it. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about Vallejo. I use Vallejo all the time. I got the Mecca, I've got the Model Air, I've got the color shifters. It's a really awesome paint to use. So I'm actually going to show off something that I'm really cool. They got these switchblades, or something like that. I forget the actual name of them, but chatterbait blades. Well, I took my favorite swim jig, which is the 6-cent swim jig, and put one of those blades on there, paired it up with that live minnow, and this thing is sick, and I cannot wait to try this out this year. I also made another one with a old Z-Man one, because I found a chatterbait that was all rusted, the hook was, so I took the blade off there. I put these on split rings. I tried this in the bathtub with some dental floss, and it actually worked. It chattered, it moved, it vibrated. I'm curious to see how it's actually going to perform, like as a long cast coming in on these split rings, but I mean, it worked. It was cool. It was before I got the stealth blade, so I'm excited to try that one out too. Just something fun that I've been messing around with, preparing for this up and coming fishing season, because the weather next week for me is going to be in the 50s and 60s. Today is going to mark the first 50 day, and that means hopefully by next weekend that I'll be out on the water trying to get in some of those bass that are sitting in the deep water as they're going to start coming in. And then I also was at Dick's the other day with my son, and he grabbed these and threw them in the cart, and I was like, I ain't mad at it. These are the 4-inch Zakos from Gary Yamamoto, and this is the electric shad, and these are going to pair up really nicely on the chatterbaits and spinner baits. Really excited to get one of these on there and test this out. I have some white and chartreuse ones, I believe, as well. I threw it once, I believe, last year, but I don't believe I recorded it. And the tail ended up getting ripped off. Just like a bite from behind, and it took the tail off. Didn't commit to the whole thing, which sucked. But we will be back with vengeance this time around. So the next thing we're going to get into, after I have a sip of coffee here, delicious goodness. I was asked to be in a donation from Ugly Dog Lures, Charlie from Ugly Dog Lures, and Ron at New Hope Fishing Lures. They are putting together a donation that is going to Operation Phoenix Outdoors. The gentleman Chris, who runs that, he's a veteran of our country. He served 20 plus years in the military, and he takes other veterans out that may suffer from PTSD, depression, anxiety, and does outdoorsy kind of stuff, whether it's hunting trips, camping, fishing, and it's to help, try to make more of our soldiers know that they're worth something when they come home, and it's not worth to commit suicide, because unfortunately that does happen, and our vets deserve our utmost respect, and I'm honored to be a part of this. So I sent 11 lures to Charlie already as my donation, and I know he's got some other bait makers that are donating as well. I really hope they enjoy everything that I sent them, and I hope they all catch nice sized fish on there and just have a good time. And again, I'm really honored and grateful to be a part of that, because without the sacrifices from these men and women, we would not be able to do what we do today. We wouldn't be able to believe how we believe. They're one of the sole key factors of the way that our country works. So I am proud to be able to be a part of this. And I want to say thank you to all those veterans out there in the world today. You're not forgotten, you're not alone. So make sure that you go and check out Ugly Dog Lures and New Hope Fishing Lures. I believe Charlie's gonna show when he gives the donation to Chris on his channel, so I would definitely, if you want to see what all was sent, or just Chris receiving it, please by all means go and join Charlie's channel and check him out, and be waiting for that video to pop up on there. Ron also has lives that he does on Facebook, and he streams live as well, shows off lures that he's done. He does amazing work, as you could see from the ones that I won in that auction. Go give him a check out. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I'd love to hear from anybody. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear if you have any kind of organizations around you that are the same type of deal, that help the veterans out. And remember, fish till you flatline. Until next time.